Hello, thank you for joining me for week 4 of The Artist Way. I'm Laura, I'm a filmmaker and content creator here on YouTube, and I am starting the 4th week of The Artist Way, which is all about recovering a sense of integrity. The main takeaway from this particular chapter for me was the reading deprivation, which is the idea is that you stop consuming content, particularly written content, as much as possible, and that will help you then produce your own and like tap into your own creativity because you're not filling yourself up with other things. This was like a bit of a hit or miss for me personally. I found myself scrolling a lot more than I usually would, because usually what I do to prevent myself from scrolling is like reading a book or reading an article, and this week I had to kind of stop myself from doing that. So unfortunately that meant that I scrolled a lot more, which I didn't love. On the other hand, I did listen to like music a lot more, and I also happened to meet friends more, so in that sense maybe it worked, I don't know. In terms of morning pages, I ended up doing them most of the days. I skipped like 2 days or something. I don't know, I sometimes get a little bit bored doing them, if I'm honest, but this week was quite chaotic. There was a lot of things happening. There's a lot of like ups and downs and like a lot of it's a bit of an emotional roller coaster, so it was actually really nice to be able to bring those thoughts and emotions to the page and just like sit with them for a bit. A lot of stuff has been happening and changing quite quickly, so my brain is like a little bit dispersed. Hence the use of morning pages, but also, I've just been trying to find some inner stability because it's like quite obviously emotionally a little bit intense. So, yeah, but they're exciting opportunities, so that's really nice, and a complete change from last week. And hopefully we'll see how things develop. You know, it's looking definitely more promising. Like things are moving, things are going forwards. In terms of breakthrough, I had just one that's actually incredibly new that I didn't really get last week. I got this week actually, but it's try and come up with a criteria for accepting work, accepting projects. And I've been trying to do that for a while. I've been trying to prevent myself from doing unpaid work and etc. etc. But it's been, my friend Mako is the one who like brought this to me and was like, look, you want to have some kind of criteria for doing the job. Like if it's not paid, then it needs to be a strategic decision or artistically fulfilling. So yeah, those are like the 3 criteria, kind of like strategically good, paid, artistically fulfilling. And you like each project that you choose has to has to be able to fill 2 of those criteria at least. Obviously if it fills 3, fantastic, but it has to at least fill 2. And I will say that I've accepted 1 or 2 projects at least that I would say didn't fill 2 but just 1 criteria. Artist date. This week, my artist date was doing origami, which is actually something that I used to do a lot more when I was a kid. And yeah, it was really fun. I loved kind of the precision that it requires and, you know, how delicate it looks, and the fact that at the end of the day you get this like little artistic thing from just a piece of paper. I also used like some fancy paper that my mom had bought me ages and ages ago. Yeah, they're so cute and delicate and pretty. I'm like, oh, I love this. But yeah, maybe doing that a little bit more. task that I ended up doing this time around was to write a letter as my 80-year-old self to my present self. So imagine myself at 80 writing to me in the present. So I'm just going to read some excerpts for you.
You want something, and that makes you vulnerable. The stronger the want, the more vulnerable you become. You decided to pretend not to want. So you can't lose, you can't get hurt, and you don't look foolish. But that's not a life, that's not human. So you grew past that, and you boldly chased something you wanted. And you tried, you dared. You have a right to want and need. It's not selfish, it's normal, it's healthy. I know that sometimes you will be lazy, and you will want to give up, and you will be angry because I know you. I need you to know that I will never stop loving you.
Yeah, I got quite emotional about it because she was just so kind and understanding and considerate and patient and welcoming, and it was just, yeah, I almost cried, and I don't know, it was such a beautiful exercise to do. God, right, another of the tasks this week was to write a artist prayer that you're then supposed to repeat. I only got to this towards the end of the week, so I haven't repeated it much, but here it is. The affirmation this week is, despite the chaos and the confusion, art will thrive. It will be messy, but it will get made. It's like a slightly silly affirmation. It doesn't feel as thought through as the previous ones, but I don't really care. It just feels right in this moment, so. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please don't hesitate to leave a comment, like, or subscribe. See you in the next video, which is chapter 5, and it's all about recovering a sense of possibility. See you there.